As AI becomes more accessible to students, it's important that we talk to them about what is acceptable use of this technology in schoolwork. One tool I found that can be incredibly helpful for having these conversations about appropriate AI use with students is the AI Assessment Scale, or AIAS. I first heard about the AI assessment scale through Leon Fruz and his blog, but it was recently written about in the Journal of University Teaching and Learning Practices with his co-authors Perkins, Rowe, and McVaugh. You can Google it and really quickly find it just by typing in AI assessment scale. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly break down the 5 levels of this AI assessment scale for you and explain how it can be used in your classroom in order to have really honest conversations with students about what type of AI use is acceptable in your classroom and in your projects. Level 1. Level 1 means no AI at all. This meaning that it's never involved in the process and it's never involved in the artifacts that students are handing in. You can imagine that this is going to fit for things like Socratic seminars, live discussions, Q&As, oral examinations. These are all ways to assess the students with their skills, completely divorced from the technology. Even if you don't use any AI in your classroom at all, it can be helpful to show students the AI assessment scale and make it clear that you will always be at a level 1. Level 2, AI-assisted idea generation and structuring help. At this level, AI can be used for brainstorming, helping come up with structures or outlines for your project, and can be also used for research here. But we're not allowing the AI to write any part of the artifacts here. So you could imagine this being done for a research paper or even something a little bit further like a personal narrative. If you're using this level, I think it's incredibly important to differentiate between this level and level 3. In my mind, the difference between level 2 is that in this instance, the artifacts that are being handed in, not a single word is written by the AI, it's all written or typed by a student. Level 3 here is AI-assisted editing. In level 3, students use AI in order to refine, redo, and enhance their original work. A lot of times at this level, you're having students submit both their original work and their AI edited versions in order to see the comparison between the two. If students are using something like Grammarly, then technically they're at this level. Of course, this can look very different in terms of how students are using AI. That is why you want students to be submitting their original work as well, so that you can see where AI did the lifting and make sure that the skills you want are being assessed here. Lastly, I'll say level 3 can be really helpful for students who need assistive technology in order to communicate their ideas. Level 4 is AI task completion and human evaluation. In level 4, students use AI to complete portions of the task, but there are still portions of the task that are left to human reflection and completely being done by humans with no AI input. There's a lot of things you can do with this. Having students compare AI output to student output, having students look for biases and issues that they see in the AI product, or you can just allow students to supplement what they've already done with something like AI artwork. What I think is so great about level 4 though, is that it allows students to think about AI in a very meta way as they are curating AI content and comparing it to human outputs. Spend some time here and let your students do some reflection if you're trying to increase their AI literacy. Lastly is level 5, which is full AI. Level 5 means that AI is used throughout the process at either the teacher's suggestion or the student's discretion. Students basically get to pick and choose how they want to use AI, and this is ultimately going to help them build up their AI literacy and AI dexterity more than anything else. This can look like a lot of different things, either co-creating with AI software by getting outputs and structures of outlines in order to work with, or instantly receiving feedback from an AI model that might be giving feedback on paragraph structure or something like that, or it can be used in terms of having the entire assignment be a conversation with AI that you then share as proof that you have been thinking about these things. Basically, level 5 is an invitation to use AI to the greatest extent possible. And I think for a lot of teachers, especially in higher education, this should be the goal. However, if you dive right into this level, expect to have to coach students through some bad AI outputs. Also, at level 5, even if I'm letting students use AI however they want, I'm going to ask them to submit some kind of process reflection to explain to me when and where they used AI throughout the process so that I'm more well informed of what skills they are flexing and which skills they're not flexing. Ultimately, I love this tool because it encourages students to think about this in a meta way and think about what it means to ethically use AI in their work. Engage in discussions with your students and your coworkers about how you see AI existing in your classroom, both right now and in the future. Let me know how these go, and let me know if this tool is helpful for you in terms of setting expectations around AI and hopefully reducing cheating.